Hello everyone and welcome back to This Week in Halo. This week we're entering spooky season and there's actually been a lot happening surprisingly. Every week it seems like Halo has interesting events happening, more than other franchises anyway, and this week is no exception. From Microsoft telling off certain Affinity developers who spoke out about the Battle Royale, yeah I'm not joking about that, to an update to Halo 3 and Halo Reach on the Xbox 360. That's big by the way. We also have Staten, the Halo man himself, leaving his current AAA developer position, but more on that in a little bit, as well as all of the spooky festivities that'll be upcoming on Halo Infinite with a long-awaited Infection refresh on the cards. There's even skeleton skins on Halo 2 PC. With that said, let's get into it. We've got a lot to talk about. So first up today, we have the Halloween festivities on both Halo Infinite and Halo 2. Halo Infinite is receiving a massive Infection overhaul. If you didn't know, Infection is one of the least populated playlists on the game, so I'm hoping to see some new Forge maps to give it some life. More than that, I had some people DM me on Twitter and they said there's some considerable changes coming to the mode as a whole. Fingers crossed this means Halo Studios is completely overhauling the current meta of Halo Infinite Infection. At the moment, you just hide in a corner to survive. Frankly, it's boring and I want to see gameplay promoted that actually means it's both fun for the infected and the human players. In its current form, the infected players can't even win. If you spawn as a human 3 times and you hide every round, you win automatically. If you spawn as an infected player, you have lost the game. It sucks. In other Halloween news, and big shout out to Halo 2 Project Cartographer, their Halloween event is sick. Spooky, scary skeletons have made their way to the game as Spartans have been replaced with literal skeletons and jack-o'-lantern themes throughout the maps. I cannot state enough just how much I love this. Best thing is, it's actually a toggle you can turn off if you don't want the Halloween theme. And the game is surprisingly populated in case you want to try it out for yourself. Halo 2 Project Cartographer is the definitive way to play matchmaking on Halo 2 if you're a classic Halo fan. All the fixes you've ever wanted to Halo 2 and the Master Chief Collection, this version of the game has that. Next up today, we have big news regarding Halo 3 and Halo Reach on the Xbox 360. I'll be doing a dedicated video about this in a little bit, but if you didn't know about Sunrise, it's a project that restores online functionality to the original Xbox 360 Halo titles. Halo 4 can actually still be played today if you load it up, even without Sunrise. This means that if you join the classic Halo Hub Discord and join one of their play sessions, you can play the original Xbox 360 games in all of their glory, which by the way, is one of the only places you can still play Invasion, Halo Reach's most iconic mode, as well as niche Halo 3 playlists back from the double XP weekend days that aren't available on Halo MCC. You can also earn achievements, so for any completionists out there, this is a huge win too. The latest news is that Halo fans are planning to restore file sharing capabilities, and I think you can even play this through Xenia. So if you have a PC and no Xbox 360, you can use the emulator to load up the games and jump in and play. This is a massive win for game preservation, as Halo Infinite to this day struggles to even load the campaign without an internet connection. I despise modern gaming, guys, I really do. Moving on from that, we have the Halo Battle Royale, which on the Slipspace engine I reported last week was cancelled. The cancelled Halo Battle Royale might have been picked up for the Unreal Engine, and we may see bits of it in future, time will tell. The big news this week is a certain Affinity developer actually opened up on LinkedIn about the project, and it reads, Game Director, full-time multiplayer Halo Infinite. I led a large team of designers working on a cancelled Battle Royale mode for Halo. I believe this product could have been a game changer for the franchise. We loved playing it, and working on it was a fantastic experience in spite of its cancellation. 2 things I want to point out. 1, it's fantastic to see a developer believe in something they're working on. The word Battle Royale is used, but I truly believe it was going to be so much more than that. Sure, the game mode would have loosely been based on it, but I heard there was heavy PvE elements, so against the AI, and even the word extraction shooter was mentioned numerous times. It's very easy to say, ooh, Battle Royale, I hate that, but I think it's more accurate to say there was a big mode planned, lots of players, heavy PvE elements with hints of an extraction shooter. Again, we'll never know, and it leads into my second point that the Slipspace engine stability killed this project. The amount of resources sunk into this project here is the biggest downside. I mean, that developer time could have been used to release so many new weapons, maps, vehicles, equipment to Halo Infinite. I would like to point out that Phil Spencer said at the time that if 343 Industries does not nail 4 vs 4 Arena and big team battle, they would not be allowed to work on anything else. This was the anything else he was referring to. Sure, maybe we'll find out more in future with the swap to the Unreal Engine, time will tell. Now the juicy part of all of this, and it's typical corpo Microsoft as usual, as soon as the director posted what he thought of the cancelled Halo project, Microsoft / Halo Studios / whoever is in charge basically told him, "Oi, you can't be saying this, remove it right away." And now the updated post just says that he worked on Halo Infinite multiplayer. All signs of that project gone. With that, it brings us to the Halo legend himself, Joe Staten. If you somehow don't know of Joe, he pioneered so much of what Halo is to this very day. Earlier this year, I reported that Joe was pushed out of 343 due to him having difference of direction in regards to where Halo was going. Think similar to how Bonnie Ross left, but we all know that she was told to leave. Joe Staten then went to Netflix, spearheading a brand new AAA development team on a brand new title, and the big news is Netflix just changed leadership and Joe's team and position have been completely axed. The bigger news, and what a coincidence, is just last week, Halo's creative director position that Halo Studios is hiring for has changed, and now it says it's no longer accepting applications. Now I cannot state this enough, we have no idea if Joe is coming back to Halo, but what I will say is if Halo Studios is working on a Halo remake, they are advertising for a position that Joe Staten would be perfect for, and he's a man that can have considerable influence at this early stage in development. Microsoft and Halo Studios would be fools to not consider bringing him back to Halo. If it were up to me, I'd be messaging him in half a second saying, "Hey, let's talk." So if anyone from Halo Studios is watching this video, bring Joe back to Halo. Prove that you're not 343 Industries anymore. Build the franchise to its former potential again. We all want Halo to succeed. Lastly today, and I'm not a competitive esports channel, but I'm making a note of this in case there's anyone who does follow the HCS. A little birdie gave me an inside scoop of some of the teams that are forming / happening. All I'm going to say is I'm pretty surprised with some of the changes, and it's going to be a very interesting year of Halo Infinite for anyone who's a fan of that sort of thing. Since you're probably like, well, Remy, you can't just drop that and not say anything. Well, Lucid has already changed his emblem in game, so make of that what you will. And that's this week in Halo. We should get the Halo Infinite Infection refresh in the next week or so. Once it's all live, I'll do a full video about it because I'm expecting considerable changes across the board. You would like to see Joe Staten back on Halo, and what you think of the cancelled Halo Infinite project. If it was more than a generic mode ripoff, could it have benefited the franchise? Ultimately, what annoys me is that considerable dev time went into this. Think of all the other content that could have been made, and yet now this project didn't come out. The Halo fans also missed out on the other content that could have been made in place of this. Halo fans are worse off because of it. That's what just plays through my mind anyway. So with that said, thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed a very interesting week in Halo, and I'll see you guys later.